duo in the bot lane. Now, for the red side, we have Slim Richie piloting the Swain on the top lane, Swag Stupid on the set in the jungle, XY Zevious piloting my boy Fizz in the mid lane, and B-Poss and Meaty Mitts with that Ash Braum combo in the bot lane.
Yeah, sorry about that. Apparently, Streamlabs updating decided to destroy all of our settings, and then of course the new patch decided to destroy all of our settings in client. So we are back after a little bit of technical difficulties. I think we got all of the teams run down, but just to recap, it is week 8 of Gold because it is Monday. And here we have it with Return of the Middlesticks versus the Homewreckers.
And a very important matchup for the day. Home looking for this big win against Return of the Middlesticks because it is a playoff contestation match. You know, Rodham already locked for that playoff spot, while Home have to still secure that spot. They're in a four-way tie currently with other teams in the league, so they're going to be looking for this win right now. We got some early action on the bot side. Everybody's just picking up their first camps, looking for some stuff early on in this game.
And not to mention, just to make matters worse for Homewrecker in this four-way tie, we saw Team Zero take down Swing Low Sweet Chariots yesterday on the stream. So Team Zero has moved up to 4-4. Meanwhile, the other two teams in the four-way tie are the Glacial Omen and Yeetus Deletus, who play in our next game. So really, you need to be on the top half of this, and if Homewreckers does not win this game, they are in the bottom half by default. Their playoff race gets a lot dicier, so this is really necessary for them, but we already do see them coming out to an early bit of a lead. Gid Shadeslayer is... Oh wait, no, sorry. They're on the red side. Return of the Middlesticks getting out to an early lead. Gid Shadeslayer having the drop in the jungle, and it looks like he's running into the top lane for a gank.
It looks like a gang starting up here. We'll see if we can find anything else. That Emus is on the work. You know, everything going down here on the bot side. We got another gank coming in from Swag Stupid to see if they can find something on. He does have the Braum passive on him, and Sunrise is just going to go down there.
Yeah,
First
that's
blood
really,
for the Ash.
really good gank here for Homewreckers. It is going to net them first blood, give that over to the Ash, which is going to make this a lot harder of a lane for Ryan Frugi. Also, we did see the gank in the top lane by Gid Shadeslayer, still seeing some success, although not as successful. Slim 13 Richie had to burn his flash, which is going to give Dyslexic some lane pressure up here, and kind of some much needed, but now another fight in the mid lane.
Skirmish here going on in the mid lane. We'll see if Gid can find anything else. E does come down. He already used it. Playful Trickster to get away from XY Zevious. Can he find anything else? Flashes away in the end there. Swag Stupid looking for more, but he can't find anything else. Just a little bit of a skirmish trade there in the mid lane. XY Zevious does blow the flash in the end, but he stays alive.
Yeah, a lot of action there, but just a flash blown at the end of the day. However, that will give lane pressure over to Sinister. He's low on mana, but XYZ is having to back here, and Sinister having a 10 CS lead on him. I think he's going to just try and freeze the wave as much as possible with Gid and Sunrise there in order to support him. It looks like he is going to set up just outside of turret range, and he's going to just take some damage while Swag
Stupid flashes away, lands the hook anyway, he goes over the wall, they flash over, they find something, he gets the phase breaker onto 2, but he's getting away, he's fleet up now, he's gonna get stuck up, and he goes down to Gid Shadeslayer, but the rest of the team from Homewreckers is here. Can they find anything else? They don't. Swag Stupid goes down in the end, 1-0 for Rodham.
That was a good hook there by Sunrise. I mean, they managed to find Swag Stupid in the jungle with really good setup. Sinister pushing the wave in, made sure that they didn't have any vision there, and then of course the Thresh waiting in the wings, and Swag Stupid just moved up a little bit too far forward. Gid Shadeslayer was able to pick up the kill credit for that little skirmish there, and XYZevious was not able to respond since he was just getting back. And now look at the items in the mid lane. You've got XYZevious rocking 2 Doran's rings. Sinister, it has the components for his Lost Chapter. So he's going to be in a much better position than this Fizz this early in the game.
Yeah, and Sunrise with that sexy hook on Thresh. You love to see those kind of predict kind of plays. You know, he gets the hook on Swag Stupid, locks him up, gets him stuck. But we got some action down here on the bot side. Swag Stupid getting locked up again. The hook goes wide, and he gets away in the end. Solid attempt there from Rodham to find another pick onto the jungler.
Yeah, a solid attempt, and it actually gives them pressure on this dragon, and they could go for meaty mitts here, and he's just going to respect Flash immediately away. Maybe a little bit out of position there since he was up on those members of Return of the Middlesticks. Back to the top lane, though. Dyslexic has a 15 CS lead over Slim Richie. Both of them are very low on mana, but Slim Richie still has one stack of the Corrupting Potion. He is going to be able to survive a little bit longer, plus he is getting a lot of good grasp of the Undying stacks off, so he's building up that health early, which doesn't really make up for the fact that he's at a now 16 CS deficit, but it's as much as he can get here for this Swain top. In the bot lane, looks like Ryan Frugi does have his own CS lead as they push the turret in. He got himself a back for that call. Meanwhile, B-Pots, with that first blood, wasn't able to get the full BF sword, settled for a Caulfield's Warhammer, which is good. I mean, it's obviously better than just picking up a pickaxe or something, but I would have preferred to see them stay for that BF sword.
Yeah, Caulfield's, giving you that little bit of CDR is going to help Ash spam out some more of those volleys to get some more damage onto the Caitlyn. But Caitlyn, no, not weak on her own side, Caitlyn, a great laner, but we got some action starting up here on the bot side. Cannon Barrage comes down. Three Sunrise is getting locked up. The rest is in a 1v4 situation. Gid Shadestar goes into 4. Hook lands onto him, but he goes down. XYZ picks up a kill onto Gid. Oh my god, he goes down in the end there. XYZ with a double kill now. He's in a 1v3. Gets a double kill for himself on the Fizz, but Ryan Froggy picks him up on the back side of that. So solid play from both teams to try and get the best out of both situations. And Slim Richie, having used that TP earlier in the lane, wasn't able to get down there, while Dyslexic using the Cannon Barrage to slow up the rest of the team and also TP's down there. So solid play to them to respond in what looked like a sticky situation in that dragon fight.
Yeah, that is quite good for Dyslexic here since he gets the Cannon Barrage off for the assist, also teleports in and doesn't manage to find himself a kill, but secures the pressure for his team to finish off that dragon, and it could have been much worse than a 2-for-2, honestly, if Return of the Middlesticks hadn't had that teleport come in. So good on Rodham, they managed to keep it an even trade, and they walk away with that dragon. So they will be sitting at just under 1,000 gold lead across the board here at about 8 minutes, but Slim Richie pulling in Dyslexic.
Nevermore lands on him. Dyslexic getting real low in this situation. Can Slim Richie find the solo kill? He flashes in, gets the auto tech, and he goes down. Dyslexic on the gameplay going down to Slim Richie. Swain just flashing him and then styling on him. And Dyslexic, you gotta wonder why he didn't flash after he saw the flash come out from Slim Richie. Probably wouldn't have gotten that auto attack off.
Yeah, he could have even respect flashed earlier. I mean, it gives up your flash, probably doesn't mean that Slim Richie burns his, but at the end of the day, you're trading back and forth here, and giving up a flash to avoid losing 300 gold and handing that over to your laner, who he's got the Catalyst of Eons. He wants to go for, I mean, obviously he's going for this Rod of Ages, but you can't let Swain start that stacking early because, I mean, you're Gangplank, so you do not, or you scale really hard, but you can't let him scale as hard as you in these early stages. Slim Richie will have to back off here because he's completely out of mana, but Dyslexic will get a little bit of breathing room, but look at that, the 15 CS lead, it goes down to 5. Slim Richie will stick around for a minute longer. No, he's just going to back off. Don't worry, Richie, you're not going to throw that away.
Yeah, and Slim Richie opting in for the Grasp of the Undying. I like the opt-in for that just because Swain relies a lot on surviving in the team fights with his ultimate. That Demonic Ascension really just keeps him alive in some of these fights. So if he can stack up some more health, he's just going to be unkillable once it comes into the mid game and nobody has any real damage to deal with him.
I like it as a lane survival tool, certainly. Most Swains go for the Phase Rush, or if they're going more damage-heavy, Electrocute, which I would prefer in the late game, but since you're playing against this Gangplank, who is going to have to move up on these minions, you get to proc Grasp so many times that I think it actually makes it worth it to help out your laning phase that much, and we're seeing it's working out for him. He hasn't been getting very low against this Gangplank. Dyslexic hasn't been able to punish him with as much damage as he'd like, so now the fact that Slim Richie's rocking 1,400 health here at 10 minutes, he's just got a Catalyst. It's working pretty well for him, although Dyslexic will probably end up outscaling him, and that Keystone ends up being useless in the late game.
And we can see Gid moving up here to the top side and maybe drop down this Rift Herald. Slim Richie doesn't have any mana right now, so he might be in a sticky situation, but Swagga Stupid's here. Are they going to look for something? Slim Richie, it looks like they're just going to clear out the Rift Herald, but he drops the Demonic Ascension. We'll see if he can look for anything else. He's just burning him down with that damage from the Demonic Ascension. We'll see if he's going to find enough damage to burn down this Lexic, but it looks like he's just going to back off. They get the Rift Herald, they get the gold, they save their tower, and they're in a great spot now.
Yeah, that was a really good play there by Slim Richie, popping the Demonic Ascension to force Dyslexic and Gid away. They can't obviously tank up all of that damage under the tower, especially if you're gonna like accidentally hit him there. And then the Rift Herald only gets 2 plates of charge off, which is so good for Slim Richie in this lane because it really doesn't give much over. It gives 160 gold to Dyslexic and Gid each, but at the end of the day, you gave up a Rift Herald drop for that, and him moving forward like that, being able to zone Dyslexic as well. He's at half health, half mana. He's not gonna have to go back like Richie just did. But Richie has finished his Rod of Ages. He's scaling really hard now. He still has a level on Dyslexic, who's now going back. Neither top has teleport, so Slim Richie's going to be able to build up a lead again. He is, admittedly, another 17 CS behind, but he will recoup a lot of those losses, and with that item in his pocket, he's hit that break point for the first really big power spike for Swain. Now in the bot lane, Swag is stupid.
He's flying in on him. Ryan Froggy looking for more. They find the Enchanted Crystal Arrow on the other side. Swag is stupid ends up getting the kill onto Ryan Froggy, so he just gets obliterated there. He doesn't blow the cleanse, but a hook lands onto the Ash. Will he find anything more? Sunrise picks up the kill onto Pots. Can they find anything else? Meaty Mitch now stuck up. Will they find anything else? Spider of the Week finds him, and now they're going to look for more. Meaty Mitch getting real low. Gid Shadeslayer picks up the kill onto him in the end there. So Braum not able to get away in the end there. Doesn't blow the exhaust, doesn't blow anything else. And V-Pot also getting locked up from that Thresh hook earlier to turn that fight, what looked like a 1-for-0 into a 2-for-1 for the side of Homewreckers.
Oh, Mr. Potts, what are you doing? Get it? That was so good for them, too. They blew Caitlyn Flash, they got the kill, and then B-Potts goes and gets hit by the hook, which not only kills him, on the rotate from Sinister, it's then a 2v2, and against, or it's actually a 2v3, when it could have been a 3v3, with more cooldowns, and so at the end of the day, really, one misplay ends up in 2 kills for Return of the Middle Sticks. Kill score is even, but as we've been talking about these CS leads across the board, still 15 in the top lane, just under 10 in the jungle, and about 5 in the mid lane, but then 20 in the bot lane. It totals up to about a 1.5k gold lead here, and that 2 Drake advantage for Return of the Middle Sticks. They're playing really smoothly, even though Homewreckers have been able to match them in these fights.
Yeah, something I'm looking here is in this top lane. We do have that stopwatch finished or got by Slim Richie, so if a team fight does break out on the other side of the map or for another one of these objectives, he's definitely going to be able to do a lot of work in the next fight. But nobody else besides the Syndra really able to picking up an item here. He did finish that Luden's Echo, so he's going to have a lot of damage coming into some of these fights around here. He's probably going to be able to blow any one of the members from the side of Homewreckers up, as nobody has any real MR just yet.
Yeah, but oh, watch out, XYZevious.
He finds Chum the Waters onto Sinister, uses the Ignite, goes over with the Q, and he just gets the kill. Solo kill for XYZevious. And Sinister kind of got caught sleeping there in the mid lane. You know, he just didn't respect that the Fizz might be over the wall, and he gets caught up by that Chum the Waters. So much damage coming out from this Fizz already. Doesn't even have his first item completed except for those boots, and he just blew up the Syndra, their most fed member, with that Luden's Echo. Oh, a nasty hook lands from Sunrise, and now they're finding more damage onto B-Posh. He's just getting locked up again. He blows both suns, but he goes down in the end there. On the other side, though, Slim Richie is in here with the Demonic Ascension. He's in a 1v4 situation. Can he do it? It looks like he's just going to get blown up. Does blow the stopwatch now. He's in a 1v5. He's getting destroyed, but he stayed alive. In the end, Sinister ends up killing him with the damage from that. All Dyslexic could really do is drop that Cannon Barrage in the end and get some more slows off. But now Swag is stupid, looking for some more, gets the Haze Breaker onto nobody. Get on the wrong side of the map right now. XYZ is picking up the kill for him, and one shining light from the side of Homewreckers is that Fizz, and they find the Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto Select. Can they find any more? Ryan Froggy getting real low here. XYZ is in between 3 people. Showstopper comes out from set, and he knocks up 2. Facebreaker comes out. Haymaker goes on to Sinister. He's looking for more. Double kill for the set now. Swag is stupid in a 1v2. Braum is just backing on the other side. He's not helping his buddy, but Ash is here. B-Pots looking for more. Dyslexic trying to find some damage on him, but B-Pots, he's just squishy. He's just too squishy. That Gromp is almost killing him. Sunrise looking for more, but they're just going to back off a 1-for-1 from the mid laners, and Ryan Froggy also going down on the backside of that. XYZ was an amazing play to try and fight off in a 1v3 situation, and they find the kills and they find the objectives. They get the turret, so solid play out of them from Return of the Middle Sticks to further their gold lead.
Yeah, there's some stuff to unpack here. That bot lane, that hook was illegal. B-Pots dodged away really well, but the way that Thresh hook works, that obviously looked like it didn't hit, but it clipped back into his model, got him. So they picked off B-Pots. Meaty Mitts was in a lot of trouble, but Swagastupid comes in, and at the same time, XYZ rotates down from mid as Gid goes too far in. Return of the Middle Sticks could have easily just set up the slow push with the 5 members there and 2 down on the side of Homewreckers. Slim Richie, pretty much the big team fight threat there, went in to try and save his teammates retroactively, got punished really hard for it, and now watch out.
Arrow comes down. Braum Q lands, they get the passive off, they're gonna find the damage, and Sinister just gonna get blown up. He was caught sleeping again. He just hasn't been paying attention to where the teams are, and maybe he just didn't move his mouse fast enough to dodge out of that arrow. It was at a decent distance away, but you know that Project Ash skin, it is a little bit questionable sometimes when it comes to that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Now we got some more fighting up here on the top side. Gid and Sunrise, that jungle support duo, looking for some more onto Swagastupid. They've just been doing great. They've been all around the map this game, and every objective take and every team fight that's been going on. Sunrise has just been nasty with those hooks, finding that one earlier over the wall in Set's jungle, and that nasty one on the bot side, but Swagastupid using the Hex Flash to go over the wall. He's going to be looking for more. Showstopper comes out. He's in between 3 people. He's going to look for more. Glacial Fissure comes out from the waters, does not land onto anybody, and now Gid is in between 4 people, and he goes down in the end there. Haymaker comes out from Swagastupid, doesn't find anything else, but in the end, 1-for-0 for the side of Homewreckers. A solid play out of them to pick up a kill as they were starting to bleed around the map. It is 11-8 in kills, so they have been trading back nicely. 4-1-3 now on the sweat is Swagastupid. He's been doing great to try and stay relevant in this game after some early, pressure onto him in his own jungle.
Oh,
another nasty hook goes onto him. XYZ is able to use the playful tricksters to get away. Nothing else is really going to happen right now, but Ace in the hole comes out, not going to find the damage onto him. Swain now in between a rock and a hard place against his own jungle.
You gotta...
XYZ is... go ahead.
You really got to credit these teams, because this isn't like this isn't what a normal gold game looks or feels like, where it's like one lane is winning and the team kind of just plays around that lane and wins from there. Homewreckers has been making constant plays across the map, like back and forth. Slim Richie and Dyslexic have been doing a really good job of supporting their lane the rest of their lanes. We see the jungle support roams coming out from Sunrise and Gid Shadeslayer. XYZ is just kind of popping off and smurfing solo here, but then still good like 2v2s coming out on the bot side. Homewreckers and Return of the Middle Sticks are playing a really team-focused and back-and-forth style, and now we're seeing it again with this dragon fight.
When Chris Earl lands onto Gid, he just gets blown up in the end there. Are they going to look for this dragon now? They do need one back. It is potential soul point for the side of Rodham and they're going to look for something onto the Fizz here, but on the other side though, Gank Dyslexic is behind them. Can he find the damage? He looks for the barrel combo and he doesn't find it. Dyslexic flashes away, doesn't get quite over the wall. He's gonna go down to Meaty Mitts in the end there, so he gets blown up for nothing. 2-for-0 for the side of Homewreckers so far. Are they gonna look for more? Syndra waiting in the wings here. Sinister looking for his magic play to try and save this game from going any worse for them, and oh man, he just gets locked up there. Ryan Froggy tries to get away and he does. Unleashed Power goes on to XYZ, but he stays alive because of B-Pot's amazing heal to keep his buddy alive. And Meaty Mitts just caught up there, but he's going to be fine. XYZ is barely surviving there in the end.
Yeah, that was a little messy. Beepots actually had to burn the flash to keep XYZevious alive, but that was a very calm Dragon take. Of course, with Dyslexic and Gid both down, there was nothing that Return of the Middle Sticks could do to kind of fight on an even ground. But they had Eye Sinister sitting there in the bush trying to look for XYZevious. I thought he was certainly dead the moment that he Playful Trickstered out of the Thresh hook, but Eye Sinister held on the trigger and ended up using it a little bit later, which kept XYZevious alive. But you have to wonder, like, Homewreckers, they knew that obviously all of Return of the Middle Sticks was still sitting around, but they didn't have vision there, so they really just guessed and gambled, and the dice rolled in their favor. So they are only about 200 gold behind, and look at that, it's Ryan Frugi.
Another pick in the mid lane here with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Peeposs has just been landing those left and right. He's just hooping, shooting threes out here. Amazing plays out of him to find picks all over the map. Has just been on point with those Ash arrows. Not to mention XYZV is 5, 2, and 4 now on this Fizz. Has been nasty with it. Finding constant chum the waters. Hook goes on to Swag is Stupid. Not going to find anything. B Sunrise just battle warding here in the top jungle. We'll see what these teams look for next as they just keep finding picks and picks left and right, but they're not really converting into anything completely major like towers or objectives. Yeah, that last one was great for the first dragon for the side of Homewreckers, but it was just their first one. It's going to be a long time before they can start stacking those up.
Yeah, it is good to see that Homewreckers was able to stop the fast soul take, because this does mean that it'll be until about 30 minutes at the minimum before Return of the Middle Sticks can contest a soul. Homewreckers are still, no, they're looking quite strong right now. They have their good carries spiking now. They've got Beepots hitting, well, actually, he still hasn't finished an item. So he's really just going bargain bin items. Hasn't finished the Essence Reaver. Went for the Zeal instead. Does have boots completed, but he is behind Ryan Frugi. Despite being able to find multiple picks, it's because of that 30 CS diff. So XYZevious, however, is quite strong. He's finished the Proto Belt, he's got the penetration, and he even picked himself up the Seeker's Arm Guard to deal with Dyslexic and Ryan Frugi's damage as they begin to hit their power spikes as well. Slim Richie is doing great up here in this top lane. He is keeping the CS gap where it has been. Dyslexic has been able to spend a little more time on his own in this top lane because Slim Richie can't assist other than just teleporting in. Dyslexic can drop that cannon barrage. But right now, Homewreckers, they are doing a very good job of holding it in this mid game. They want to look for more of these picks. They've been doing a really good job with that, with Canadian Sniper in the bot lane, with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. But now in 2 minutes, they really have to fight for this dragon, because if they let it go to late game with a soul on the table, you've got a Gangplank and a Caitlyn in late game, and that is a really, really strong thing that you do not want to have to deal with. And if I just noticed correctly, Ryan Frugi burned both of his summoners there, dealing with
got locked up by that arrow. Got locked up by that arrow there. Another solid snipe from Beeposs to try and find a pick. Gets the arrow onto him, and he had to blow both summons like you were saying. And yeah, not looking too amazing for what looked like a great early game from Rodham has now turned into a kind of spicy mid game for them, where they're having to constantly fight into the side of Homewreckers as they've just been finding picks and picks left and right. And he gets away in there. So solid by XYZevious to, hold himself, doesn't try and get away with anything, and he gets the back off and he gets the reset. Now he does pick up that Zhonya's now. Solid item for the Fizz, able to buy tons of time with that Playful Trickster and the Zhonya's there. So we'll see how these fights go for them now. Homewreckers in a solid spot. Not to mention though, Rodham is also not doing too bad for themselves. Gangplank does have that Trinity Force, now looking for his Essence Reaver second. We'll see if he can find any more gold around the map to try and pick that up. And yeah, solid play out of them from both of these teams on what is a very important match for Homewreckers to try and to get into the playoffs and into the next weekend where it'll be some spicy matches.
Yeah, so, and we have been talking mostly about how this is kind of like Homewreckers' last stand. They really need to take this one, because of course, if they lose this, they only have 1 week left to even try and tie it up and force those tiebreaker rules to come into effect here. However, for Return of the Middle Sticks, this is also a very important one, because this is a 10-team league on a quarterfinal system. Stop me now, because Slim Richie's caught.
Slim Richie's getting caught up by the hook here, and he's going to be going down. He doesn't get enough damage down. Suppressed now with the Ice Sinister just finding the unleashed power onto him and gets blown up. Showstopper into 4. Haymaker into 4. Haymaker goes down in the end there. Can they find any more damage? Peapod's too low to get away. Swag is stupid looking for more. Git Slayer flashes in and kills Peapod's. Can they look for anything else? Swag is stupid. Getting locked up there. The healing isn't enough. Gets smited in the end. And shut down for Git Slayer. 3 members down from Home Wreckers, and they lose the team fight. This is now the 3rd dragon for Rodham here, and they can't get away. Medium is behind enemy lines trying to get away. Ryan Froggy now just locking him up. They're going to just find the kill on some. Medium Mid's not going to be able to get away. Or maybe he can. Secret Agent Medium Mid's all around the map. He's just trying to stay alive.
Oh
Looks
no,
like
he's
going to
gonna
execute in the end. Ryan Froggy picks up the kill on him. Nothing else happens, but amazing team fight from Rodham to win that and secure their 3rd dragon, now on the Soul Point.
Yeah, that was a huge fight there for Return of the Middle Sticks. They find Slim Richie with that Thresh Hook and get him to about a 3rd health before the fight can even start properly. Git Shadeslayer and Ice Sinister both pop their ults to take down that teamfight presence in the Swain. And then after that, Beepots gets chunked by a huge arrow. Sinister, oh god, he is so dead.
On the waters! And he goes down. Ice Sinister get him blown up there in the mid lane. Not able to stay alive in there. Oh my god, Beepots, my guy, you have just been on top of those arrows left and right, finding picks for your team.
Is there a way to get? Can we get like Beepots outside of lane, outside of team fights? Just having him snipe arrows down, and then just like sub a different guy in for these team fights. Because I gotta say, he has had impeccable arrow placement and picking off these guys left and right. But when it gets to the team fight, he steps into the wrong positions here. I mean, he got chunked by Dyslexic's barrel in that last team fight. Ended up taking like 95% of his health, and then was flashed on by Gid Shadeslayer for the kill. And since he is basically the AD DPS of his team, and pretty much the only consistent DPS outside of Slim Richie's ult, you're really banking on Beepots to win these fights. Otherwise, you're just a one-note pick team. Because you've got so many pick tools between the arrow and the Chum the Waters. Swag is stupid with the phase rush Hex Flash set. I mean, he is gonna be zooming at him, but if you can't find kills to start off a team fight, then you're really not in a very good position here against a much more team fight focused comp in Return of the Middle Sticks.
Right, and something now completed for the set there. Swagger Stupid does finish up that Dead Man's Plate. Going to be able to run people down. So if he's feeling it, he has that phase rush like you said, and he has the slowing smite, the chilling smite, just to say, oh man, another arrow! Beatbox is just on top of Ice Sinister. He's been on him this entire game. Resunrise gets face breaker there, does not get stunned up because there is nothing else to hit it on. Are they going to look for anything? That doesn't look like it, but Dyslexic finding a nice barrel onto him. And Beepots, my guy, like I just said earlier, you've been on top of it. And Ice Sinister is just getting bullied around this mid lane, just constantly getting picked off. If he's alone, he's going to die. It's pretty much what Homewreckers have said is like, we're going to target you no matter what. Dyslexic getting away with that Dark Passage to save him from Resunrise, helping his top laner out. And we're in the mid game now. We've definitely hit solid item power spikes for all of the carries on both teams. But we'll see how these team fights play out and which team is going to come out on top.
Yeah, that Baron is actually like finally on the map as a proper objective. Both ADCs have enough DPS that they can take this, even with a pick or two. Both teams could try and force a Baron after a pick. So we really need to start watching Beepots with that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. If they can find the right picks, if it's on Shade Slayer or Ryan Frugi, that is huge enough that it could definitely
gets
be
locked
death.
up by the Death Sentence. Anything to get locked up there. Demonic Ascension comes out, but it's not enough to keep him alive. Can his team show up in time? But a fourth member with Ice Sinister showing up on the top side. Ryan Froggy picks up the kill in the end there. Slim Richie just caught sleeping in the side lane. And it gets killed in the end there. Blows the Zanya, blows the ultimate, and he couldn't even stay alive. Blows the flash as well. So will Rodham look for this Baron here? It is now a 4v5 for 30 seconds. And it looks like they're just going to pressure the mid and side lane to try to get some minions to get the vision down. But it looks like Dyslex is just looking for a reset. Maybe he has an item to pick up.
I think with Slim Richie being the pick of choice, I don't think that they can go for it, but they can certainly start to get dragon pressure with this. This is their sole point, so Homewreckers needs to try and find a pick, find a really good Enchanted Crystal Arrow Chum the Waters combo, like they've been doing over and over and over again. Slim Richie is able to teleport in as long as Homewreckers can get a ward in there. We need to see what Homewreckers can do, because they are being forced back off of this dragon. They have the Caitlyn trap wall is set up, both entrances are caught out there, and there are no wards behind the pit for Slim Richie to get into. So he might have to go and match Dyslexic, because it looks like Return of the Middle Sticks is just gonna start. Are they gonna start this? There's no way.
Gets his Shade Slayer just in between four
There's
people,
the
gets
arrow.
locked up there by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and is looking for more. Braum passive comes out and he finds the damage. Scatter the Weak into 3! They find the E onto Tim. Oh man! Oh, like you said earlier, Peapod just getting locked up. Not that great in these team fights so far. And XYZ is getting real low. Ace in the hole comes out, kills him in the end there. Shut down now for Ryan Froggy. On the other side though, Sinister and his boy and Kid Shade Slayer are just going ham onto the other side of the team. They're going to look for this 4th Drake. They're going to look for the soul, and they get the team fight win to turn this into an objective win in the end there. Neither top laner TPing in, or rather Dyslexic TPing into the top lane to keep Slim Richie there. And Slim Richie not able to help his team out in the end there. 3-for-0 for the side of Rodham.
Yeah, this is like the theme song of this game. It's that Return of the Middle Sticks has not been able to affect the map aside from generating pressure around objectives. They haven't been able to push in as a team. They've got their individual pusher in Dyslexic, but as a whole, Homewreckers have just been doing so much better at generating pressure by finding kills, or even just finding summoner spells. But when they're forced to fight around an objective, Homewreckers, they miss position. Beepots gets hit by the Syndra Scatter the Weak, then gets jumped on by Gid Shadeslayer. The team fight's pretty much over before it starts, and Slim Richie never had an opportunity to even get into that fight. XYZ on the backline, he did what he could. He tried to get Ryan Frugi. I think he forced his flash, but at the end of the day, it's not enough, because you can't fully assassinate that Caitlyn and then win the team fight all on your own. And Slim Richie, he's caught again!
Another hook by Sunrise to find Slim Richie. Cannon Barrage comes down in the end there. Ult coming out from Get Shake Slayer to find some more damage onto Meaty Mitch. They're not going to be looking for more Chum the Waters. Only onto Dyslexic. Doesn't find enough damage. Slim Richie going down in the end there. Ice Sinister picks up the kill onto him. Arrow comes out from B-Pause. Is he going to be looking for more? Meaty Mitch on the other side though, getting real low. Another hook comes out from Sunrise to pick up the kill onto B-Pause, as well as Swag is stupid. Meaty Mitch now real low. Ace in the hole. Oh, he stays alive with his E there. But Get Shake Slayer is looking for blood. He blows the Warwick W to try and find some more damage and speed onto the enemy team, but they're going to turn this team fight win into a team Baron for the side of Rodham, and solid out of them to find the picks, to find the nasty hooks. They've just been on top of the enemy team, even though they've been getting picked consistently. They've just been better in these team fights when it matters.
It is really the jungle support that have been smurfing these team fights for Rodham. I mean, you've got some good plays individually by Eye Sinister finding good Scatter the Weaks, Ryan Frugi getting away from XYZ, but Sunrise, those hooks do not miss. He hit Slim Richie, he hit B-Pots, he zoned away XYZ on his own from going in on Dyslexic. The support here has been so crucial in keeping his carries alive. Meanwhile, Braum has been engaging for his team. He ulted onto Gid Shadeslayer to try and get him when Slim Richie got ulted and Gid Shadeslayer jumped on him. So we were seeing Homewreckers move forward, leaving B-Pots alone, and then B-Pots going ahead and just getting hit with the hook. He's dead, there's no DPS on the team, and then Return of the Middle Six can just roll over Homewreckers. They have the Baron now, they have an 8k gold lead, and I think this is where we finally see this game start to spiral out of control. Homewreckers has done such a good job of keeping Return of the Middle Sticks from pushing their advantage too much, but with the Baron and the Mountain Soul in their pockets, I don't think there's that much the Homewreckers can do short of godlike picks.
Yeah, you know, Homewreckers looking a little bit rough now. Will look like an amazing mid game for them, where they were finding the constant picks onto the carries of Rodham, has now turned into a mid to later game where they've just been losing team fights one after another. Of course, like you said earlier, this is off the back of an amazing jungle support duo, but they've just been finding team fight wins where they shouldn't be. Constantly, the carries of Homewreckers have been out of position in bad spots, or a support leaves his AD carry to die. You can't be seeing this if this is your last match to try and secure playoffs for yourself.
Yeah, it's disheartening. Homewreckers did a really good job, but they just weren't able to find the right wins throughout the split. I mean, really, if it comes down to the last 2 weeks and you're like, well, all we have to do is beat the second place team, who has looked really strong and really consistent, then maybe you haven't put yourself in the best spot to be contending for playoffs here. But Homewreckers are playing their hearts out. They've had a really standout game by their carries, and specifically XYZevious, but this Fizz gets outscaled. Mountain Drake, or Mountain Soul, is just not a good combo against this Fizz. Swag is stupid's going down, and B-Pots is dead as well.
B-Pots gets blown up by Ice Sinister. And this Baron push is just turning into looking like it's going to be a end game for the side of Rodham. Slim Richie looking for more, uses the Demonic Ascension to try and stay alive, get some more damage down, but he's just getting locked up here. Another hook by my boy Reese. Sunrise has just been nasty with it all game, constantly finding this. And we can see that Mountain Soul is now just putting massive amounts of work. They're not able to kill anybody on the other side of the team. Your main carries are dead. XYZevious and Meaty Mitts now in a 2v5 situation. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to make the miracle happen. And this is looking like a Rodham win to secure themselves even further in the standings and just put down Homewreckers even farther and deny them of making playoffs in the end.
Yeah.
1 more week to go. We'll see if they can do anything else.
1 week to go. We got to see Homewreckers make that miracle run. Rodham, they're sitting pretty at 6-2. They're all but guaranteed that second place lock. I believe they have the head-to-head over the third place team. So they're looking quite pretty here. But Homewreckers, they are struggling. They're looking to try and sneak in on that 6th spot and fight GSM in the quarterfinals. However, we are going to take a quick break because when we come back, we get to see the other 2, 3, and 4 teams duke it out. It is going to be Glacial Omen versus Yeetus Deletus, so don't go anywhere because this one's going to be a banger.
For sure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment we've been waiting for because we are seeing Glacial Omen take it to Yeetus Deletus as they head into their final 2 games of the split. They're duking it out, and the winner is almost guaranteed that playoff spot here. Did I lose you, Gundo?
I'm here.
Okay, there we go. We've got an invade coming in. Level 1 invade here from Glacial Omen. But first, let me run down this blue side. We've got Horny Yordle in the top lane on Shen, the Alpha Kraka in the jungle on Zac, Big Schlong 44, the man, the myth, the legend playing Galio in the mid lane, and our bot lane, Kokomo Breezy and M Love Jr. in the bot lane on Samira and Brand.
I'm having some stream troubles here. I'm not able to see the stream right now. I'm
Oh,
trying
don't
to
worry,
figure
that's
that
not
out.
stream troubles. That's just me forgetting to share it with you.
Oh, all right. And yeah, great game here starting off. I wasn't able to see much of it, but from what I heard, some early action was going on there. Both teams looking for something on both sides. And like you said earlier, I like the picks on both sides of the teams. Kokomo Breezy, on the Samira, I like to see the Samira brand combo as I saw it last week, and it was one side of it was pretty good. The lane side of it was a little bit rough. I think that's why they opted in for the brand. Try to get some early pressure down on that bot side, but Senna Bard, not too shabby for themselves. They're going to be able to get a lot of pressure on that bot side. And both teams, Alpha Cracker starting on his red side, Zac with a little bit of more of a difficult early clear, while Hecarim able to stay healthy, just going to be looking to full clear all of his camps, get plenty of gold to start us off, and yeah, here we are. Yasuo versus Galio in the mid lane as well. I love to see Yasuo's. If you can pilot it well, you look amazing. If not, you're just going to go 0-15, the classic. So,
Well, it's a win-win for the viewers. Either you get to see a pop-off performance in mid, or you get to point and laugh at the Yasuo player.
exactly. And what I want to see is that pop-off Yasuo that just styles on the enemy team. Ishan, going to be looking for it. Glacial Omen, like you said earlier, and what is this? Yeetus Deletus, going to be looking for that playoff spot as well. So very important match for both of these teams. Going to be real exciting to see what these teams can do to stay alive in the playoffs.
Yeah, so I want to pop into these solo lanes for a second while we've got a little bit of breathing room. It's interesting that it's Shen versus Vladimir and then Galio versus Yasuo. You'd think that you'd want to swap them the other way around because Horny Yordle, he's got that the Spirit's Refuge, so he can actually stop all of Yasuo's auto attacks. That's a huge thing, laning against him, dueling like that. Meanwhile, Galio is kind of the anti-mage, and there we go, Vladimir's a mage, so what you want to do is just kind of swap them. I am interested to see what happens after first back, because that's usually when we see these targeted swaps come out. But it's not like, it's not like you lose anything by swapping them. All four people have teleport. They'll be affecting the map in the same way. And then, of course, Shen's got the Stand United as well. There's a lot of, the two solo laners have either globals or semi-globals on the side of Glacial Omen. And then the double teleport means that the Yeetus Deletus team can come in, and I got these sides wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, Yeetus Deletus on the red side, they're going to be having those two teleports. Those are their globals. Well, like you were saying earlier, Shen and Galio with that Stand United and Heroes Entrance, able to have those globals on top of their TPs to just impact the map however they can, coming into these objectives. We can see Zac moving down towards this bot side already, going to be looking for that Scuttle Crab. And we'll see what these teams can do to convert this early pressure that they've accumulated, because it looks like for the side of Yeetus Deletus, they've been able to push up 3 waves for themselves. Galio in the mid lane, Big Schlong piloting him. I love seeing Big Schlong play global champs. He's just been kind of nasty with it in past games where he just affects the map in however he can. But like I was talking about earlier, the Samira pick is interesting to me. I don't see it a whole lot, so I'll see what it can do down here on this bot side.
Yeah, Samira is the newest champion. Seraphine hasn't come out yet, but Kokomo Breezy on it is interesting, but he might be in trouble
action
here.
On the bot side. Not Joker looking for the E onto Kokomo Breezy to bring him back, but he dashes away and he gets on the other side of him. Now M Love is looking to stay alive here, but Zac is coming in. Alpha Cracker into 3, does not find the E, does not find the elastic slingshot, and in the end it's going to be a nothing for nothing. But look at my boy Big Schlog down here on the bot side, looks for the Shield of Duran, does not find it onto Crazy moving, and in the end he's going to try and get away. Nice stun out of Bard to keep his carry alive. Solid play out of Big Schlong to force out Sums, and what looked like a bad trade on the bot side for Yeetus Deletus.
It goes even. It goes even. Every single summoner's burned. Ghost contributed by not Joker as well here in this bot side. But at the end of the day, Yeetus Deletus doesn't lose anything. They almost got caught so hard. But Kokomo Breezy bringing out that Samira W, the wind wall, keeping himself from getting stunned. Love Jr. with a good flash away, making sure that he used it when it was needed. And then the rotate down by Big Schlong 44 actually makes sure that nothing else is going to happen, nothing cheeky. Glacial Omen isn't going to go for a dive because he actually forces out multiple summoners as he jumps in, and he doesn't lose anything either. He's still even against Ishan. So we get to see Yeetus Deletus. I mean, they kind of make a little bit of an execution mistake, but they go ahead and clear that one up very easily.
Yeah, and they forced out the summoners for the bot side. We'll see if Alpha Cracker can look for some more. That Elastic Slingshot, great at ganks from Fog of War. And what I was thinking of is if that Elastic Slingshot hit in that last fight, it turns very differently for the side of Glacial Omen, because that Elastic Slingshot would have been able to lock up 3 members from their team, and it could have been a big team fight win for Yeetus Deletus. Obviously, it didn't happen like that, but I think looking into the future of this game, I think if Alpha Cracker is able to find these nice engages onto the back line, they're going to be able to find tons of team fight wins for themselves into this mid game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this because the engages on this in these team fights, they're either going to be not Joker zooming out of the jungle at 500 miles an hour and killing someone, or it's going to be a Tempered Fate just doing something, or it's going to be Yeetus Deletus throwing their tanks at the enemy team and hoping something sticks. So really the execution of this game, because we've got these combo champs, Kokomo Breezy and Love Jr. on the Samira and Brand, but first there's a gank in the mid lane and it does not look like
Ishan getting locked up here by the 2 beefy boys on the other side of Yeetus Deletus. He's going to stay alive in the end. There has to pull the flash, but he lives. He stays alive. Importantly, that's what's going to be crucial for him. Does not go down to the end from Big Schlong or Alpha Cracker. They did force out his flash. Not going to be able to make these big Yasuo outplays now, but hopefully it doesn't mean too much for the side of Glacial Omen, as they forced a lot onto him in that mid lane. They didn't blow any sums from the side of Yeetus Deletus, but they were able to force out Yasuo. So Yasuo with getting pressured a little bit now in this mid lane. Solid play at Alpha Cracker to find the engage onto him, and now Horty Yordle getting zeros and locked up under tower here. He does have the full stacks of his Q, and he gets some healing back now. Horny Yordle locked up under his tower. Vladimir doing great with a 20 CS lead now in that top lane, and he has a needlessly large rod, and Ishan getting locked up here. First blood.
Someone called for a needlessly large rod. You got the rod in the mid lane. Big Schlong with the solo kill.
Big Schlong giving him the schlong in the mid lane. And that's what I like to see. You know, Big Schlong knew he didn't have the flash. That Yasuo got locked up in that taunt from him, and he just gets blown up just because Galio has so much early damage. Has a lot of burst in the early levels, and was able to just take down Yasuo. And now we got Alpha Cracker going on to crazy move in the bot side. Alpha Cracker uses the Let's Bounce to lock up Bard as well. Starling getting real low, and he stays alive in the end there. But again, they use both their sums to get away. They have to blow everything. Maybe a little bit disrespectful. They didn't have vision. They knew they had just taken the dragon, so why stay? Why be pushed up that far? You know they have a Zac. They can pressure you on that bot side with the gank, and that's what they ended up doing. So solid by Yeetus Deletus to try and make a play on the bot side.
Yeah, and I think what you're hinting at here is kind of the theme, or what this bot lane should go like. Crazy Movement and Starling should be able to keep themselves nice and healthy under turret, let it push in, you know, not get that much, not get like very out of position or in danger, because they've got so many different ways of getting out. They've got that Senna E, they've got, you know, Bard's Magical Journey, and then of course they have all the heals to keep themselves topped off. When they have their summoners, they should be untouchable.
Flash for flash. Big Schlong is up here on this top side. He's going to be able to keep his carry safe. Horny Yordle looking for the flash E. Solid out of him to try and find the play onto Zero Zen. Doesn't find it, but it's solid attempt. Blows a flash on the Vlad as well. Not going to be able to find these 1v5 outplays coming into the mid game. Solid out of Big Schlong. You made the play. You try to pressure their top side. And Horny Yordle looking for the play, but he doesn't find it in the end.
And I think we keep in mind here, Big Schlong still has flash advantage over Ishan, and a similar thing to the bot lane, you can't really do that much when the flashes are even, But when you finally got an advantage in this lane, in the mid lane, or in the bot lane here for Yeetus Deletus, that's when you can really start to flex, because you've got Big Schlong ahead of Ishan. He's not going to be doing that much damage, especially if he goes for those ninja tabis early. Then on the bot lane, this is a very it's a very hard to engage thing, but at this point with no flashes, if MLove Jr. lands a stun onto either of these bot,
yeah, on either of these bot sides, it's going to be real important for them to stay alive. You know, Kokomo Breezy does have that, you know, wind wall almost for himself, as well as Ishan having that wind wall, going to be able to dodge out of some of the projectiles from the enemy team. We'll see if they can use it effectively coming into the mid lane, or mid game.
well, and the mid lane here.
So yeah, this is what I like to see. Big Schlong able to create pressure in that mid side, while the side of Yeetus Deletus is looking for this first Rift Herald to try and pressure it around the map. You know, the side of Glacial Omen not able to contest it at all. They just have too much control from their mid lane and top-sided that they just can't walk into them. If you walk into 3 tanks, you're going to get blown up. You're going to get locked up, and you're just going to get cleaned up in the team fight. There's no real chance of you winning that if, you know, the side of Yeetus Deletus just lands all their CC onto you. So it's all out of them to just give up the Rift Herald. They knew they couldn't contest it, and they stay alive and don't risk anything too major because they decided just not to contest it.
Yeah, keep in mind though, Glacial Omen does have a fairly sizable gold lead, about 800 gold. Pretty much all of that, however, is sitting on Zero Zen. He's got, you know, a 50 CS lead, which translates to 600-700 gold here. So he is far stronger than Horny Yordle. He even finished his Spellbinder first item. Horny Yordle literally just sitting on boots and a Bomby Cinder. So once this Vlad comes out of the top lane, that's when Yeetus Deletus needs to be scared. But until then, they need to know that they are at the advantage on this map. They've got an advantage, a fairly small advantage in the bot lane, but the mid lane, there's a full kill advantage, and Hecarim hasn't been able to affect the map all that much. He doesn't have his full Triforce yet, which means that he can't really deal the damage that Hecarim needs to. Yeetus Deletus needs to push their lead right now, because that dragon is coming up in 40 seconds.
Oh, here's entrance coming in from Big Schlong. He's looking for more. The taunt comes down, but doesn't find anything. Can they look for more onto Zero Zen, or is he going to have the hero 1v2 outplay? Zero Zen now looking for some more. Doesn't have enough damage to try and take him out. Horny Yordle getting a little low on the other side. E coming up soon, and he finds the E onto Zero Zen. Taunt comes out. Big Schlong picks up the kill onto Zero Zen. Solid play out of Big Schlong to affect the map. Again, finds the hero's entrance, finds the kill, and Zero Zen goes down in the end there. And what looked like an amazing... Oh, and we got some action down here on the bot side. And stun comes out onto Alpha Cracker. He's going to get locked up here. Less bounce comes out from him. Stand United comes out from the Shen. They're going to be looking for more. Horny Yordle finds the E onto Crazy Moving, but he's going to be going down in the end there. Alpha Cracker not able to find any more. Oh, on the other side, though, not Joker finding the kill onto Horny Yordle on from the top side, and this has just been flashes and flashes. Everything's going down here in the mid lane. Starling getting real low there, and they find the E onto him. Big ultimate comes out from Ishan. He's not going to find the damage. Kokomo Breezy barely stays alive, and they just keep trading back and forth, but in the end, it's just a 1 kill from the side of Glacial Omen, while 3 on the side of Yeetus Deletus. Solid play out of them to turn what looked bad into something amazing.
Alpha Cracker thought that he had the pick on Starling, but there were 3 behind that Dragon Pit. So Not Joker comes in from the side. There's a lot of damage coming in. Horny Yordle drops the Stand United. MLove Jr. comes in. They chase away Crazy Moving. There's nothing that he can do. Not Joker and Horny Yordle are 1v1ing. The Hecarim wins that 1v1, but that means that there's an entire Hecarim that isn't in this team fight. Then Kokomo Breezy dives in, gets the ultimate off, and at the last second before he dies, he gets the reset on his E, dashes back out, lives with a sliver of health. Yeetus Deletus takes this fight in a spectacular fashion. They're going to get their second dragon. They're going to get this first turret with the Rift Herald drop, and they are just looking absolutely phenomenal in this end of laning phase.
Yeah, using that Rift Herald to pick up the first turret on the bot side. Not able to get all the plates, but they find the turret that is also worth a lot of gold by themselves. But a Cosmic Finding comes down onto 2. Kokomo breathing it real low. He's now in a 1v4 situation alongside MLove Jr. Goes down, and they get the double kill on the bot lane of Yeetus Deletus. On the other side, though, Zero Zen tries to find the play onto Horny Yordle, gets real low, and now he's going to be able to pressure this topside turret. So solid play out of Glacial Omen to try and trade back in this. they stayed too long. They got greedy. They looked for more, and they end up going down from the side of Yeetus Deletus.
Yeah, Yeetus Deletus built himself a little bit of a lead after that fight, after that Rift Herald, but handing over 2 kills and a lot more pressure here, as we see Zero Zen is now almost 60 CS ahead of Horny Yordle. This is where Vladimir starts to style. He's got that Spellbinder, he's got the penetration. Horny Yordle's going to be forced to start building Magic Resist, because otherwise there's not going to be anyone who can really deal with Zero Zen. There's no Grievous Wounds on the side of Yeetus Deletus. They need to spec into those very quickly. Kokomo Breezy, he's very squishy, will get blown up by a Vladimir if he jumps on him. And there's not really much that that the two of them can do to try and stop this Vlad. And with no objectives on the map right now, and only the Rift Herald coming up in a minute and a half, we're kind of getting back into that just trading in lane. But now with those turrets down, it is a lot different here. Whoa, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Brand already doing tons of damage, even though he just has boots. Emlove Jr., you know, solid play out of him to just support his AD carry. While they did go down in the last skirmish on the bot side, they were able to get tons of pressure down, pick up that first turret, and the two of these in that last team fight for the Dragon were just dishing out tons of damage between the ultimate out of the Brand as well as Samir's ultimate. They just melted through the team of, you know, Glacial Omen.
So now, keep an eye on that Rift Herald. Looks like Alpha Kraka is cheating up on that side. He does get spotted out and pinged, but I want to see if Yeetus Deletus is going to try and go for this 2-man Rift Herald while they keep Big Schlong mid to soak pressure, because Ishan can't be the only one that contests him there. He's too far behind at this point. He's got his Phantom Dancer, but that really doesn't do a lot from this Proto-Belt Fiendish Codex Galio, so it's going to be a lot harder for anyone to deal with Big Schlong, and it is going to mean that Samira and Zach will start up that Rift Herald. This is a good play here by Yeetus Deletus, because they've got Horny Yordle on the bot side. He's got the teleport advantage and the Stand United over Zero Zen, who has nothing. So this is a really good play that's going to secure them this Rift Herald, and there's nothing that Not Joker can do about it, because he knows his team is at a disadvantage in pressure in the mid lane and all of these cooldowns.
Yeah, and they're not even going to try and contest it. You know, they just have too much pressure around the objectives in the mid lane. Big Schlong able to just push out those waves. Not a real chance for anybody to, you know, push him under the tower, just because Galio great at clearing waves with his Q plus. But we got a Hero's Entrance coming here on the bot side. Horny Yordle looking for some more, but they just, Zero Zen's going to have to flash in the end there to stay alive. So solid out of him. Was a little bit too far up in the lane, didn't respect that Galio could show up at any moment, and has to pull the flash in the end, but he stays alive.
Yeah, it is good to see these proactive ults being used rather than using them to have to save your team. And look at that crazy movement. Caught out the Big Schlong.
Man. Where are you at, man? Oh, you flash over the wall, you heal, but are you going to be able to stay alive? Double flash from the other side. Alpha Cracker and Big Schlong just securing that kill, just, you know, styling on that Senna in the mid lane, in the mid jungle. But now they're going to pop the Rift Herald again on this mid tower. They're going to use it to break open the game and start looking for these turrets. Probably going to be able to get the second charge onto the tier 2. Only Hecarim and Bard are here to defend. Starling plus Not Joker. Not going to be able to do much against that. They do get the Rift Herald, but the damage has been done. They find the mid tier 1. They get a lot of damage onto the mid tier 2. Able to find it in the end. On the side though, Ishan.
Don't overstay. Don't overstay.
It looks like they're going to get away in there. They respect that they don't have vision on any of the other team. They're going to be looking for their soul point here though, as the dragon is spawned up now. But we got a classic Fnatic Death Bush waiting here. We'll see if anybody's going to step up and try then on the other side, but it looks like they're just going to funnel in through the other side of the river.
Very good move there by Glacial Omen. They had vision around that blue buff, so they didn't want to debate themselves, but the engage by Hecarim.
It's a great big ultimate out of Yasuo on the other side. Fate's call comes out of him. On the other side though, that big Brand ultimate is getting a bunch of damage, but low health bars to the side of Yeetus Deletus. They're getting real low here. Zero Zen is now popping off. He finds the damage onto Shen. The Horny Yordle goes down in the end there, and they pick up Alpha Cracker on the backside of that. No contest for the Dragon. It doesn't look like it's going to be their soul points. Emlove Jr. also getting real low. Not Joker able to pick up the kill onto him as well. 4-0. Big team fight win for Glacial Omen. This is what they needed. They turned it around. What looked dicey at the beginning turned into something amazing. Something just beautiful out of the Hecarim plus Yasuo combo to look up 3 members. And now they're going to be looking for this bear, or it looks like they might be just looking to get some vision down around this bear, and they might not commit to it, but solid play out of them to turn this game around.
Yeah, Yeetus Deletus was doing everything right there. Don't get me wrong. They had the beautiful pick on Senna. They used 2 flashes to get it, which I think might have been a little bit overkill, but it was a good safe play there. And they got a bunch of Senna cooldowns as well. But then they take the mid tower. They get that second mid tower. It was going pretty much all according to plan, but they stretched themselves just a little bit too thin. After that Death Bush didn't work, they went back to even on the state with around that dragon, which meant that with the Hecarim ultimate, with Kokomo Breezy just a hair out of position, they got him, they got the knockup, they got the Yasuo, they put the Senna ult on top of it. Suddenly, when half of your damage is gone, which is definitely a failing point of this team draft, where it's all concentrated on 2 people, 1 AD, 1 AP. You lose one of them, suddenly you can just kind of run over the other one. Because they've only got 1 target to dive. So Yeetus Deletus does fall a little bit behind. They're about 1,000 gold behind here, but they are still in a very good position. Still got the advantage in mid lane, even though Ishan did pick up 2 kills there. But Not Joker is strong now. He is 3-0-4. He's got the Death Stance and the Triforce completed.
Oh, 4 members up here on the top side. They're going to be looking for Zero Zen. He's under the tower. He's going to be able to get away. 5 members now with Emlov Jr. picking it up. Horny Yordo gets the kill onto Zero Zen. They use the Bard ultimate to try and slot up the tower for some reason, or keep his you know, what is that, Vladimir alive, but in the end it doesn't work. They get the top tower now. 5 members just pulled up out of the cuts, out of nowhere in that top side, and they get the kill onto Vladimir. Zero Zen goes down, and now they're going to be looking for more. They're going to be able to pressure this tier 2 in the top side. Yasuo or Senna are both off the map. They're not there to defend, so they're probably going to be able to pick up this tier 2, able to pressure it, get tons of control up here on this top side, and solid play out of Yeetus Deletus to turn around what was just a bad play into a pick on the top side. And like you were just saying, while they only have 2 damage threats, if it's 5 people showing up to kill 1 person, there's no real chance of you going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, as long as you're playing these team fights front to back, basically, Yeetus Deletus should win this every time. They've got such a big front line. They've got Ashen, Zac, and Galio. You've got all 3 parts of what kind of resistances they're going to be building, and you need to basically take out all 3 of them unless you're going around them to get to Kokomo and Emlov. Of course, Emlov, with the brand, he's really just wanting to hang back and drop all of his stuff on the frontliners and just let it bounce back and forth between the frontliners and then the carries. And at the end of the day, you're looking at Kokomo Breezy, who will be very mobile, and even though he kind of wants to get into the fight, he wants to get into the fight to just zoom around them. The one thing, however, I have a very, very bad feeling about for Yeetus Deletus, they don't have any Grievous Wounds yet. They just have the Ignite on Brand, and they need to have more than that. Even if it's just an Executioner's calling on Kokomo Breezy, he has so much AoE that he's going to be able to get that off. He needs to be able to stop Zero Zen and Crazy Movin' from healing up as well. This Death Dance on Not Joker can prove to be a ridiculous amount of healing if you're not prepared for it. So, damn it, don't lose to Shopkeeper. Get these Grievous.
Yeah, for sure. You got 4 members on the side of Glacial Owen picking up healing for themselves between the Bard, Senna, Hecarim's Death Dance, and Vladimir, who just heals everything in these team fights. Like you said, you're going to need these Grievous Wounds. And something I want to point out here is that Hecarim has silently been kind of carrying his team. He's 304, has the Trinity Force, has the Death Dance. He's been popping off in some of these team fights. I think if you utilize that Hecarim as your main carry and just try to support him between the Bard and the Senna, you're going to be able to do a lot in these team fights if you can just set up for those 2 big carries on Vladimir and Yasuo to just clean up the back line. You can rely on Not Joker to be just staying alive in front of 3 members. We got a hook looking here for the top side of Yeetus Deletus. Ishan gonna get real low. Shield comes out for him. Phantom Dance is barely keeping him alive, but it's 4 members up here on the top side. Shen also pulling up with the Stand United to keep Kokomo Breezy alive. Ishan goes down in the end there, gets picked off in the side lane again. We'll see if, Yeetus Deletus can convert this into anything else. They do have pressure around this bot side, but Emlov Jr. in a bad spot here. He's gonna get caught up there. Big stun onto 2. Cosmic Fighting lands onto Horny Yordle in the end there. Kokomo Breezy in a 1v3 situation. Like I said, this Hecarim's gonna pop off. Not Joker gets a double kill for himself now. And on the other side though, Vladimir is in the back line. He gets the damage down. He's finding tons of damage on the other side. Cosmic Fighting gets hit onto Horny Yordle on the other side though. Not Joker taken down. Big Schlong slowly. Big Schlong has to flash away. tries to E away in the end there, shielded around, tries to get away, gets the taunt down. Not Joker gonna get enough damage down. Shut down onto him. 6-0-5 for Not Joker. They find the team fight win. Now they're gonna find the dragon. They're gonna be able to deny another dragon from the side of Eatus Deletus, unless Alpha Cracker can get this Miracle Steal, gets a knock up onto 3. He's just gonna be going down, gets real low, gets stunned up. Can they find the thing? Oh, he steals it! Oh man, Alpha Cracker, you steal it! You're a dirty little man! You found the thing, you found the dragon, you get the steal away from them, you deny it, now you're on Soul Point. Solid play out of him to turn a bad team fight into what looked like a great steal from him. Solid out of Alpha Cracker.
And the way that because Zac gets smaller when he's low on health, the way that he went under the dragon, went behind the dragon to make sure that Glacial Omen couldn't get him easily, that was so smart of him, staying blocked by that character, so he was able to secure that dragon for his team. It is Soul Point for Yeetus Deletus. They fell behind really hard. You were talking about how that Hecarim was just going to come through and absolutely smurf, and it happened. Kokomo Breezy got very low when they assassinated Ishan, and he didn't go back. They were biding time, maybe trying to take that tower, maybe trying to go back for the dragon, but then when Love Jr. gets caught out of position on the wrong side of the wall versus a Bard and a Hecarim, that's when the team fight kicks off. That's when the trigger goes for Glacial Omen. They say, yep, this is it. This is what we're doing. Not Joker dives in. He gets all the damage off on Kokomo Breezy. Both of the carries are assassinated immediately because they weren't with their front line. This is the problem that we saw happen to Yeetus Deletus earlier, that they were playing the team fight the opposite way. They had the carries on one side and they had all of their tanks. So like, hey guys, you seen Samira and Brand? They're dead. They're dead. They got run down by a horse.
And there goes your damage. Horny Yodel and Alpha Cracker looking for a play up on here on the top side. Zero Zen going to try and turn this into a 1v2. He's pretty strong at this point. He does have the Spellbinder plus he's on his combo, and he has another large rod, but he's getting real low there. Maybe you shouldn't have gone for the 1v2. You go down in the end there. Alpha Cracker plus your Horny Yodel able to pick up the kill onto him. Zero Zen goes down on the top side, so a little bit disrespectful to not just back away after you got caught up there. He probably thought he was stronger than he actually is. But now we see some healing reduction, like you were talking about, for 3 members from the side of Yeetus Deletus. They got that Thornmail, they got the Morello start with that Oblivion Orb, and they have the Executioner's Calling. Tempered Fate comes out from the side of the Bard. He locks up Love Jr. On the other side, though, not Joker in between 1v3. Ishan plus Crazy Moving are trying to take down this carry, but he finds a big 3-man knockup, and he finds the ultimate. They're going to be looking for more. Crazy Moving finds a kill on the other side, though, onto him, and Ishan is just popping off on his Yasuo. Crazy Moving picks up another kill, double kill him, kill for himself down there up on the top side. And Starling gonna be looking for more, just chasing down Horny Yordle. What looked like an amazing start on this Baron turned into disaster for the side of Yeetus Deletus. They went too greedy, they went too hard, and Love Jr. just gets caught up from that Tempered Fate, gets stunned up. Now Horny Yordle's looking for more, they misses. Horny Yordle gonna be able to get away in the end there. Not too dangerous for him, tries to defend that blue buff for his carries, but amazing out of Glacial Omen to turn that fight around. We saw Not Joker buying so much time in between 3 people, as well as Ishan just putting on his carry pants and going 1v3 into 3 people, into 2 tanks and a carry, and just blowing them up.
I really, really, really wish we had replay capability, because the way that Ishan just broke Horny Yordle's freaking ankles there. Horny Yordle sees that the Yasuo is pushing bot lane. He knows that he's got both the teleport and the stand united, so he can go in and then fight the Yasuo, stand united out if he starts teleporting. The moment that he starts to teleport, Ishan sees it, immediately teleports up to the Baron. He knows that it's going to take him like 4 extra seconds to get into that team fight, and that's all the time that they need, because Not Joker has a perfect execution flank on Emlove. He's able to kill him first, then Yasuo, without a Shen to taunt him up, with Galio occupied with 3 other members of the team on the bot side of that fight, he just runs rampant. He goes in on Kokomo Breezy, he gets that triple man ult, he finds the kill, and suddenly both of the carries down. It means that Yeetus Deletus can do nothing but run away from this fight. Luckily, they were able to pick up enough kills on the back end that Bard and Senna can't find that Baron. So it does keep this game still quite close, but it's about a 4k gold lead here for Glacial Omen as we get into this late game where Senna gets even stronger and Vladimir really starts being able to 1v5 these team fights. We need to see this Mountain Soul come out for Yeetus Deletus. Maybe a pick on the crazy move that could do it.
He gets locked up by the bar. Brand of all people finds the damage onto him. Albuquerque now in between 3 people. Hero's Entrance coming on the other side. Kokomo Breezy getting real low. Albuquerque's in a 1v3 situation. They're going to be able to find the damage. Now Vladimir in the backside, back line, and God Joker finds the ultimate Onslaught of Shadows into the back line. It's a 4-for-4 or 4v4. Both 80 carries are down. Can they find anything else? He finds the ultimate, goes into the back line, kills MLF Jr. Now they have no more damage. They're going to be getting real low. Ishan with an amazing play. Triple kill for himself. He's just been popping up in these last few team fights. But can Alpha Cracker make the miracle happen again? He goes into 3, finds the kill onto Yasuo. Can he find anything else? Alpha Cracker getting real low there. They're going to just have to focus him here so we can't get another miracle steal. Amazing play out of Yasuo to put on, again, his carry pad, put on the heroics, just turn that team fight around, and a team fight win for Glacial Omen, Nets and the Dragon, and now they're going to be looking for more. Will they look for this Baron here? Senna is now up. They can try and pressure it.
They can go for it. The only teleport available is on Big Schlong. He's up in 17 seconds. Alpha Crack is down for 30 more. Kokomo Breezy and MLove Jr. cannot step up on their own. That is one of the failings of this team comp. You've got both of your carries, and everyone else is dead right now. This will be a Baron for Glacial Omen, and you said you wanted to see a pop-off gameplay from this mid lane. You got that in those last 2 team fights. You had Ishan hitting 3-man ultimates both times, and now you've got Zeros in. He's just Vladimiring on them.
He's just getting disgusting damage now. He has that Rabadon able to almost one-shot MLove Jr. Barely stays alive with the heal, and his corrupting pot healing there as well. And just disgusting amounts of damage from Zero's end. And like you were talking about earlier, I wanted to see a Yasuo, man. I wanted to see the 30-0 Yasuo that pops off and carries his team. And that's what we've got. And like you said, in these last few team fights, he's been popping off alongside his Hecarim, his homie, not Joker, just diving the back line, getting tons of damage down in between those two. And this is what I like to see. This is why I wanted to see tons of aggression in this game, and what is one of the most important matches that is going to be played in this split.
These 2 teams, I mean, this is why they're both 3 and 4. They are just taking it, fighting back and forth, punching each other in the face. You know, this is good League of Legends here coming out of Gold Cap this week. You've got the last game, Return of the Middlesticks versus Homewreckers. That was an impressive game from both teams. This is exactly the same. Both of these teams come in here with this game plan, with these comps. They have executed on them so well. Yeetus Deletus has been able to play a couple of these front-to-back team fights, and the early game especially, using that pressure to keep Glacial Omen on their toes. That was what you needed to see from Yeetus Deletus, but Glacial Omen, they have scaled up. They've got the Yasuo, he's got 3 items, he's got healing reduction for the Zac, you've got Zero Zen, he's a 3-item Vladimir. This is insanely strong, and now Big Schlong, he is so tanky though.
Kind of in a bad spot there, but he stays alive in the end there. MLF Jr. getting locked up from the Tempered Fate. He gets stunned up. Zanya's onto him now. Not Joker goes into the backline with the Onslaught of Shadows, finds some damage onto him. Alpha Cracker now in a 1v2. They find the kill, they find the pick. MLF Jr. gets locked up. Kokomo Breezy gonna get stand united, and he has to flash away, so not good from him. Big Schlong just getting melted by the Senna now. He has slowly been picking up so much damage, and something I want to point out is this range discrepancy. They don't have a whole lot of range on the side of Yeetus Deletus, but let me hold that thought, because not Joker's going into the back line. He's in a 1v3, he's getting a lot of damage down, and Alpha Cracker able to get the damage onto him and locks him up. Kokomo Breezy just gets deleted off the map from Zeros, and in the end there, Ishan silently pushing on the bot side to try and pick up his inhibitor, and it's looking like a clean win at the end of this game. What didn't look so good at the beginning is turning into just magical plays one after another from the side of Glacial Omen. And they're going to be looking for more here. They get locked up. Into the backline goes Alpha Cracker. They lock up. Yasuo gets knocked up. Ishan getting real low on the other side. Zero Zen now getting real low as well. Zero Zen barely staying alive. Horny Yordle into 3. Alpha Cracker as well. They find the damage. Ishan gets the kill onto him. Horny Yordle barely staying alive. Goes down in the end there to Senna. And are they going to find any more? Zero Zen barely staying alive. He gets the kill. Brand. Both of these guys are just barely staying alive. Starling goes down in the end there, and MLF Jr. is also going to go down. Ishan, 1v1 against Big Schlong. Can he make it happen? Can he end this game? It looks like he's going to be able to. This Yasuo has scaled. He has carried this game. He has taken his team, but Samir is alive. Coco Mabrizi's not going to be able to make it happen. He stops attacking the Nexus. He's going to be looking for more. They're going to be finding it. Ishan ends the game on the end with the Yasuo. They get the win. They get the dub. Glacial Omen pick up the game, and they're going to be able to put themselves further for this playoff contention.
This was the game. The head-to-head tied for fourth. The two of them needed to go at it, and we got the game that they promised. We had Glacial Omen. They were falling so far behind. They lost early in the mid lane. Big Schlong was just whipping out his big Schlong, smacking Ishan across the face with it. And at the end of the day, Yeetus Deletus, they keep making these moves. They lose one dragon, and Glacial Omen says, that was my secret, Captain. I never wanted to win the early game. I wanted to let my Senna, my Yasuo, and my Vladimir scale, and they did it in a way that just blew Yeetus Deletus up time after time after time. A 35-minute win here for Glacial Omen, moving to 4-4. They are all but locked for playoffs. Yeetus Deletus, they're going to have to come back next week and try and save themselves. Them and Home Wreckers are the teams to watch, and of course, we want to keep an eye on Glacial Omen and Team Zero. But thank you everyone for watching, because this was so fun.
What a banger.
What a banger. Back-to-back bangers, in fact. But thank you, everybody. I have been Vid, joined by Gundo. Make sure to come by tomorrow for all 3 Diamond games, hosted by Oath and Asami Ivugasi. So thank you, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
See ya.